Hey everyone, it's Niall and Tomas from niallpoint.com, and for the second video in a row for the eagle-eyed amongst you, we're actually in the same room. There's no actual, there's nothing. Yeah,
What is this?
it's kind of weird. We were doing the previous video, and it just felt weird hearing you talking to my left side rather than just hearing the sound come from my laptop, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Anyway,
this is odd for us.
it is
done
pretty
this
odd.
a lot.
You basically just crossed half of Europe.
Yeah.
To come and visit me. Anyway, we're back with another reaction video for Eurovision 2025, and the next song that we're going to react to is by Katarsis, and their song is called Tavo Akys, I think, or Akys. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't speak Lithuanian, but it is Lithuania 2025. I'm very excited to get into this one because I have not heard any of the Lithuanian songs this year, contrary to last year where I listened to all 45 and it took a few years off my life. So I'm glad to just listen to the winner this time. Before we do get into the reaction, please remember to like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bells, do all of those things. You can go to niallpoint.com where you will find the links to this YouTube channel, to our podcast, which is on pretty much any streaming service you prefer. And you can also find the links to our social media, so you can catch up with everything. Everything.
Even our dumb shit.
Yeah. Which there's a lot of on Blue Sky. So go and have a look at that. Anyway, let's get into the Lithuanian entry for 2025. It is Tavo Akys, I don't know, by Katarsis.
Okay. This feels moody. I like the tone of his voice straight away.
Ooh, it's a vocal.
Wow.
How young is he? Or how young are they?
They look a bit
there's-
babyish, don't they?
Yeah.
We're just old things now. Like, that's the problem.
I'm sort of like, the outfit's sort of like giving me, like when you're in...
A straight jacket.
Yeah. Quite like the vibe.
I'm interested to see where this is going to go, actually.
Okay.
Yep. We like this type of music. So
Yeah, we do.
It's working for me.
Kind of haunting in a way.
Yeah, but that's all from through his vocal in the presentation, which is quite impressive.
But also, like, the backdrop is sort of like eerie. It looks like it looks like a storm is raging, sort of.
Kind of looks a little bit like Doja from Joker, but like
It's
even
got a bit of,
younger.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting into this.
Yeah, same. I'm sort of getting a more like darker and eerie version of Soft Engine.
Okay, yeah.
Sort of like
I love
the genre, I mean. But like moodier.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, very much moodier.
I really like the visuals in the back. It's very simple, but it works.
Ooh. Okay.
Well done, Lithuania.
Thank you so much for that Katarsis. Okay, that was really quite interesting. I feel like it's one that is going to really grow the more I listen to it. So
Yeah.
like, I feel like a few more listens and I could feel like I'd be singing along to it on the street and stuff like that. Also feels a little bit like one of those songs where like when you do you ever like put your headphones in and you're walking down the street and you're at like a red light waiting for waiting to cross, and you start crossing because the music just kicks in,
Yeah.
and you're like in your own little world. I've got a feeling like this could sort of transport you into your own world for
Yeah.
sure. I really enjoy the way it's staged. It's very simple, laid back. We've talked about this before. It doesn't need much,
Yeah.
And also really enjoy the fact that musically it is a standard sort of indie rock type song, but the vocal really takes it to a new place. With you said haunting, and that's definitely it.
Haunting. Yeah.
That's definitely it. Like it sort of like adds a different layer to it for me. I think this is a really nice entry. I'm not sure how it will do though, but I like it.
Yeah, do you know what it is with these sort of more contemporary songs is that they can always go either way. People can really get into it, or it could just fall flat if people don't really get it, or depending on the mood as well. Like I think back of when Loic Noté won, or like when Loic Noté was released his song Rhythm Inside, which was also very contemporary at the time, where a lot of people were saying like, I don't know if people are going to get this. I mean, it's obviously still it's very different in genre to this one, but it was also very sort of like ahead of its time, and I feel like this one might be, at least in Eurovision terms, we don't really see a lot of these kind of entries on Eurovision. We see a lot of songs with big stagings and fireworks and big vocal moments and stuff like that. This is none of that. It's very much its own thing. So I don't know. I think this could do well, but it could also just come like, I think it feels like a qualifier with the staging package that they have, but it could just end up bottom 10 of the right hand side of the scoreboard. It could also creep into the top 10. I have no idea. I really like this. It's very, like I said, it's very moody. It's sort of eerie. I like the vocal. I also like that Lithuania has been sending us like a wide variety of songs over the last couple of years. If you think about Monica, both Monicas, if you think of, both very different songs. Like, because first Monica was a vibe.
Very much so.
I could still see her like shimmying in her little dress, and it was just
sparkly.
Because that one was also one where you're like, no clue what this is going to do.
Yeah,
no clue. But she did really well. And then Monica Linkite, I think it was the second last name, the second one. Yeah, also like very quickly became a fan favorite. Like, people were tutoing.
Hi Tanya.
Oh yeah. And then to Sylvester last year, again completely different, more of like a dance sort of like house vibe. And then this is again, it's more like you said, indie rock. I always like when you don't really know what to expect from a country.
Yeah.
You've got certain countries where you sort of like know what to expect, and then when you hear the song, despite it being in the native language, which also gives it away, but you could hear a song and be like, oh, well, that's Ukraine. Oh, that's Finland. Or that's whatever. This one put a different language on it, and it could come from any country, really. And that's what I like. It sort of like keeps you on your toes. I really like the backdrop. I like the visuals. I like their outfit. Because I was talking about it looking like a bit like a straitjacket. I don't know the meaning of the song. Like we say this often. We go into these reactions blind most of the time. So we specifically don't look up any lyrics because we want to just have our first initial reactions to the song. So I don't know what the song is about. Maybe that was a specific choice to have that wardrobe, but I think it looked really cool. It was just, and staging was very simple, but I don't know how else you would stage a sort of like indie rock song with an actual band on stage. There's no really other way to do it. It was thoughtful. It just worked.
I'm thinking about bands at Eurovision because we do get bands, but we don't get an awful lot of them.
No.
Now, here's what I'm a little worried about is all the bands that I can remember qualifying are a lot more sort of up-tempo, maybe positive. So I'm thinking, you've got Joker out, but then you've also got things like Blind Channel,
Soft Engine.
They're all bit higher tempo, all the rest of it. The only band, to my memory, that I'm recollecting at this moment in time, that I can compare this to at Eurovision really is Sudden Lights
Yeah,
from
that's
Latvia.
the one that was going through my head. Yeah,
And we know
yeah.
how that went, unfortunately. I still think that should have qualified. And a lot of people agree, I know.
I think most people agree on that.
But
Yeah,
that similarity, not that it's the same type of song, but just in terms
it's
of
giving
like
off
it
similar
worries.
vibes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does give me a little teensy bit of worry. But all in all, whatever happens, I think this is a song that Lithuanians could be proud of.
yeah,
Because I like that they are just sending songs that they just genuinely are enjoying and liking. Like,
yeah.
that's the way to do it. You're getting the spot on. Lithuania for the last few years have been an absolute
Yeah.
bop. Um,
Yeah, because they've sort of like become one of the countries where people are like most looking forward to seeing what they're going to bring, which is quite crazy because 10 years ago nobody would have. Everybody was talking about Sweden and Ukraine and all these bigger countries,
and we still are to a degree.
and we still are. But I feel I love seeing that these sort of like smaller countries,
Mhm.
Ireland as well, Belgium, the Netherlands as well, have really upped their game in the last 10 years. So where people are excited to see what they're going to bring and they're
Yeah,
talking about
I
it and
mean
there's hype around it.
we've
So
got friends who have gone to Eurovisia.LT. Dude went last year.
I mean,
Just
Dude loves Eurovision, doesn't she?
who doesn't?
Dude loves Eurovision. Shout out to Dude.
Love you. Um, and yeah, no, I think this is good. I would have it as a qualifier.
Yeah,
I'm just
sure.
not sure how it's actually going to perform, but it's a really nice song, regardless.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those things where, because we did talk about it being like quite like mid-tempo, and you feel like at Eurovision, songs that tend to do well are either the really emotional ballads or like power ballads, which have like a slower, like a really slow pace, but have like the standout vocal moments and stuff like that, which people find interesting, or the really up-tempo ones.
Yeah. Well, I
The
mean,
heavy.
this does have standout vocals as well.
It does have standout vocals, but not in a sense where it's like I'm gonna just pull out the biggest, highest note that you've ever heard in your
Yeah.
life. It's not like that. It's got really good vocal moments, but it's not like your big long note, high pitched or whatever.
True. Yeah. Okay.
That's what I mean. Like so it's a risky one, but like I much rather countries take risks like this and send something interesting than just sending another bop with a dance break, which we all love a bop with a dance break, but we see a lot of them. So send us, give us something a little more interesting. So good job on Lithuania.
Thank you very much, Lithuania. Remember, neilpoir.com is where to go for all of your Neil Poir needs and wants. You can follow us on social media, and please do like and subscribe here. Every single one really means a lot to us. We love you all, and keep letting us know what you think. We are loving some of the engagement that we're getting from you guys, so keep that up, please, respectfully. And we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.